All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you your daily horoscope for January 2nd, 2020. I can't even believe it. Again, Happy New Year to you. I hope you had an amazing New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. All right. Started doing some new. We did the monthly videos, so if you haven't checked those out, I've been posting them. A couple of them on the 31st, a couple of them here on the 1st. So that's been fun. So it's going to dive a little bit deeper into your personal chart as we're doing this dailies, and kind of helps sort everything out and where everything is going on in your chart for you. So what's going on today? All right, we've got the Mercury meeting up with Jupiter. All right, this is a really fun aspect. Again, Mercury is our planet of communication, our planet of knowledge, information coming into us, how we're communicating with other people. Jupiter is our planet of abundance, a planet of faith. Again, having faith in our process, having faith in our journey, having faith that the right information is going to come into us. Jupiter is our planet of higher learning, okay, religion, and everything that goes with that, like sacred knowledge, that stuff that's out there. Okay, so there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of knowledge out there that we're bringing into ourselves right now. Okay, and it's happening in the most abundant way, as it's telling us as well to communicate this stuff. It's not only having faith in ourselves, but having faith in the other, that they're able to receive the information that we're going to be giving them. Okay, so it's like you can only meet me where you're at. But if I'm second guessing where you're at, and I choose to shut my mouth and not open up and communicate about something, then I'm limiting myself in my ability to speak my truth, and my ability to speak from my authentic heart, and I'm limiting you on thinking that you're not in a place to receive this. Now, there's only one way to find out, and that's by opening up our mouth, opening up our arms, opening up our heart, and letting it speak through. Okay, let me show you the chart here, what's going on. So this is set at noon on the 2nd, and you see Mercury and Venus. So it starts, let me take it back some hours here, because it starts, this conjunction really starts around the 1st, because you look, it's like later on the 1st, they both hit that 6 degrees. Mercury hits 6 degrees as Jupiter's at the end of 6 degrees, so this is still a conjunction happening on the 1st, but it really comes exact on the 2nd. And as well, as you see here, we've got Chiron meeting up with the moon, which is really cool, because this is kind of how we're ending the month as well, the moon meeting up with Chiron. So Chiron, our wounded healer, and the moon is our emotional needs. Okay, so what is going on? What do we need to bring attention to? We're in the sign of Aries here. This is about self. This is our instincts, our primal instincts. How are we responding and reacting to people? I like to say all the time, it's like whatever is in my cup is what's coming out. If we bump into me and tea's coming out, it's because my cup's full of tea. If you bump into me and water's coming out, it's because my cup's full of water. If we bump into each other and anger pours out of me, rah, the monster comes out, that's because there's anger in my heart. There's anger and frustration inside of me, right? So it's like if we bump into each other and forgiveness comes out, oh, it's all good. It happens all the time. Literally, people bump into each other all the time. It's no big deal, but, well, I'm on my way to work, or I'm busy, I'm on my way to this. It's just like, whoa, friends, slow down. This energy is always, all this Capricorn energy right now is reminding us to slow things down. That North Node over there in Cancer reminding us to be compassionate, to be empathetic to the other person. We weren't if we were looking as well, we wouldn't have bumped into them. So there's always two parts in this. There's always somebody else as well as us. We're co-creators. We're not victims. That's what the North Node down in Cancer has been reminding us. It's like, we are not victims here. We are co-creators of this experience, and do not play this martyr role of I've done this and I've done this, and all of 2019 I did all of these things, and now you owe this to me in 2020. And it's like, no. You did things because we choose to do those things. We chose to respond. We chose to react. We chose to go do this. So it's reminding us that we are the co-creators in this life. We are the co-creators and not victims. And every time we blame or point fingers, we got 3 fingers pointing back at us. All right. So there's some sort of a healing that's going on today, and of which, of course, forgiveness as well. Okay. Now we've got Venus in the middle degrees of Aquarius. Okay, so again, this is our planet of love, our planet of wants and desires of material things as well as other people in the futuristic sign of Aquarius. Okay, and you see there's this weird little semi-square that's happening down here, Venus semi-square to Chiron and to the moon. So there's a sense of healing to the community. This is what we need. We need to heal these parts of ourselves. We are good enough. We are accepted in the community. We are leaders in the community. We all need to feel welcome. Remember who you are. Remember you are welcome here. Beautiful, right? So, Jupiter meeting up with Mercury, Mars at the 29th degree of Scorpio, creating that septile over here to Saturn and to Pluto. Now, again, Saturn is here saying, I need to surrender, I need to release. Jupiter is saying, Pluto is saying, and when you do this, when you surrender, when you release, the rewards to you are going to come tenfold from what you thought they could be. This is the limitations of the physical world saying, this is the limit. This is as much as I can fit into my cup. And Pluto is saying, look, we can transform this concept. We can transform this government. We can transform our daily lives. We can fit more into a bigger cup. We just have to be open to receiving. And Mars at the 29th degree, finally, just about to move out on the 3rd. Okay, actually later tonight. So on the 3rd, it's going to be in the sign of Sagittarius. So this is wrapping up all of the shadow work that we've been dealing with for months. So I talked about the shadow work, in the individual astrology videos, the monthlies, but it's been brutal. It's just like dealing with traumas, dealing with issues from the past, not only from this past year, but from the past 4 years. There's been a lot of energy going on. You can even take it back beyond that. But this lunar eclipse that's happening highlighted an eclipse that happened in September of 2015. Okay, so there's a bit of call and answer to this eclipse that's coming up here on the 9th. All right, so Mars, finally getting through this 2-month process of completion of the shadow work is finally like, oh my God, we can all breathe again. And we're going to be taking a step into the unknown. Well, we don't know where this leads to. We don't know where this forgiveness leads to. We don't know where this shadow work leads. But again, having faith in our process and faith in the journey that I've done my work and that the people that I'm going to encounter are doing their work as well. So Mars at this final degree is creating that septile to Saturn and to Pluto. Okay, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful connection between water and earth, because this is, sex, money, power, Scorpio, the things that are beneath the surface, beneath the veil, this mystery. Again, all the stuff down here, the stuff we hold in our guts, our emotions are here in our hearts, and the Pisces energy is it's up here, connected with source and energy. So it's just the shadow work of Scorpio is deep rooted traumas and pain and these passions as well. I desire this kind of a relationship, or I desire this job so much, but every time I've done it, I've been, a door closed and a door closed, or this love ran out on me, or close the door in my face, whatever it may be. And it's we're this beautiful time to heal this, by giving it the emotional water that it needs and the sun that it needs. We're allowing this to blossom and to bloom, okay, which is just the most amazing connection the septile could possibly be, because it's saying look, your deepest, darkest, whatever, most beautiful desires that are within you. Okay, this emotional essence that's within you, that's not seen here on the physical flesh, we're going to create that and make it real. We're going to transform what was and make something brand new. Again, that connection to Saturn is about surrender. Okay, surrendering what was and opening up what's going to be. And by doing so, that's where the 22 degrees of Capricorn is really magical, because it's once we surrender, and I talked about that in all these monthlies, once we surrender, we're able to open up to receive the gift. Okay, once we work through this shadow stuff, it's this final beautiful connection that's happening on the 2nd here. So embrace this, embrace this connection. Okay, embrace whatever's going on, with this idea of community, your feels and needs for this community in Aquarius, with this emotional healing that's going on down here at Chiron and the moon coming together in the sign of Aries. Okay, this is a beautiful jam-packed connection of balance. Okay, we have air and fire. Okay, it's a destruction. Okay, in a positive way, and then we have water and earth creation. Okay, and then as well we have Chiron and the moon creating this quintile. Okay, up here to Saturn. Okay, so what is that quintile? I know I talk about these energies. So look, a sextile is a positive formidable aspect between two signs there's not an opposition. Okay, they're two signs of different elements. So water and earth is going to be a sextile. Okay, so that's like an easy flow of energy between water and earth, or between air and fire. Okay, now the septile is fate stepping in. Okay, that's fate. That's like saying this is otherworldly energy that's being guided and given to us. Now the quintile is a creative energy that's also this otherworldly, but it's like this creative way of doing things. It's just like spirit coming in and creating a new song, or spirit coming through and allowing you to create this beautiful poetry, or a vision to for photography. It's a very creative aspect. So when Chiron, the wounded healer in Aries, is like, I need to heal this part of myself, and then we've got this Saturn, the laws of the physical world in Capricorn, so this is fire and earth. Very different from that septile or sextile energy, fire and earth energy. So these energies is just like, I'm going to find a creative way to allow this energy to flow. I'm going to find a creative way to heal. I'm going to find a creative way to bring this into this existence, So it's just like we can heal through these beautiful songs. We can heal through this beautiful poetry by reading or writing it, by watching a film that inspires us, something like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I don't know why that just popped in my head, but it's just like ultimate movie of forgiveness, right? You know what I mean? It's just like these two people, this fate energy that keep finding each other, and they've wanted to erase each other. And that's like almost reminding me of this Mars over here in Scorpio, and Saturn, Pluto up in Capricorn. It's like this unseen desire meeting up with the king of reality. So it's just like all of this connection is coming in. It's like, wow, fate's stepping in, and you're going to find each other again, and you're going to forgive and create a new way. So if it's a new way to embrace your tribe, embrace your community, if it's a new way, we've got a lot of leadership stuff going on here in Capricorn. Whatever it is, it's forgive, and it's find a creative way to heal, and whatever that outlet is for you. Okay, so we're starting off this year with an absolute bang, and I mean, every day there's something happening astrologically that just fireworks going off. So hold on to your seats, man. We're just getting started. As always, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and we'll see you tomorrow.